Alright, we're live. Hey everyone. Happy Friday. Really?
Yep.
You went there?
Yep.
Alright, does anyone suck? Make sure we're live on YouTube. And we're good.
Yay!
YouTube. I know it's been a while, but it'll be fun to try starting this up again since you guys seem to enjoy it.
Good lord, sorry.
No worries. You're in the city, so there's gonna be a lot of fun noises.
Yeah. But I can introduce myself.
Okay.
So, hi everyone, I'm Lauren. My YouTube channel is Survived by Sight, and I write poetry, fantasy, and paranormal romance. Sorry for not doing my stream earlier. No, I just realized today, Friday, not Saturday.
Yes.
Yep.
Going to your live stream tomorrow?
Yeah. I think I already deleted it. I had a brain fart.
Aw, somebody's sleepy.
No, someone's still trying to get used to the new schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I still can't tease you.
That's not very nice.
That's how I show my love. And I'm Nicole, the Blind Meats, the other partner in crime for Enchanting Tales podcast, where I do on my channel poetry, magic, and music.
Romance?
No! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!
Wow, it's just Mr. Burns.
Oh, just Mr. Burns. Kill it!
I couldn't help it.
I know. I kind of walked into it anyway. So, we thought after watching a couple of Let's Plays on Lefty's Morning Methods channel that we talked about gaming.
Woo, 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 woo.
And he decided to play the first God of War. Oh man. We had an SOB count going on his channel.
Bib.
I was trying to see him play the water scenes because watching him play it just looked like a giant gray screen and like, how did we beat it?
We had people do it for us.
That's true. So I thought we talked about what got us into gaming and what versions we liked or what genres we're into. Since, we're totally different when it comes to that. Lar, you there? Lar. Okay, that's weird. I think Lauren's having tough problems.
Hello?
You there?
I'm back.
You totally went silent on me. Wasn't cool.
Gremlin's got my internet.
Okay. I was saying that we talked about what got into gaming and what genres we like since we're totally different.
Yeah, I was gonna answer you and I froze.
Okay, no worries.
And then
Like I said,
up like, your internet sucks. Gremlins. Gremlins are trying to eat you.
Yeah. Do you want to first?
Not today, Junior. But I mean, yeah, I think for me, I like any action adventure, RPG, hack slash, stab.
Stabby?
Yeah. Platformer.
Well, yeah. And then what got you into gaming?
I think I've always enjoyed gaming just because of like there's always a story and you get to be a different character and you get to explore a different setting. I think for me, as a kid, it's just like the new cool thing that was there because we grew up in an era where you mostly just played board games or card games, and then if your parents were fortunate enough to have enough money, then you could afford this gaming system where it was like, ooh. And then my addiction kicked in.
Well, yeah, I remember that we were introduced from Grammy, and then we were finally able to get one ourselves.
Yeah, I think that's on one of the home videos of us getting a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, and it was from our father's side of the family.
Yep. Games are such a positive way to let out frustration and anger.
Oh, I totally agree. And it would always be a reward, like, if you got done your homework, you did in school, it's like, okay, you can have our gameplay. Yay! And then wait until it's like bedtime, sneak off and play another hour without knowing.
Or wake up really early and play.
Exactly. For me, I feel like genre-wise, I really enjoy puzzle or brain teasers, platform, fighting, but it has to have a road storyline to my interest. Like, I'm not a fan of the ones like Soul Calibur when it's just fighting over and over again, and I get bored.
Yeah.
I like shooter games, but the only thing that's downside to that is that I can't have any of them that like have high explosions in the game because after a while it starts to hurt. Like my eyes.
Yeah, and I noticed for me too, like, it's not even impact whether it's computer or not. It's simulation game where you're in first person. I think it makes me kind of motion sickness or give me a migraine because it's like too much stimulation is going on.
Yeah, I get that.
Because they're
I
trying to
like
emulate.
platform. Sorry, go ahead.
Because they're trying to emulate like what you're seeing through the character eyes.
But I like platform games, and that's what we kind of grew up on, like Zelda, Mario. And my favorite games is Devil May Cry, God of War, Jack, Kingdom Hearts,
Spyro, Mario
Do you think
Kart,
it's funny? Sorry, go ahead.
Mario Kart, Need for Speed.
Oh yeah, that is be a speed even. I feel like racing games were better in arcade than they are in the system, in my opinion.
Because I felt like you were actually doing it because you got to like sit on a bike
Yeah.
and play.
I mean, it's more stimuli than controller.
Yeah, I knew the day they took the motorcycle racing game out of the movie theater, you cried. You're like, where'd it go? And it got replaced by a bar. That was just karma.
That's not funny. I only drink like, dude, what the heck?
You just take it to my house.
I know, right?
They probably weren't making enough money off of it.
That's true. Well, they had that law that like at 9, no kid needs to be there, so you would lose a lot of money for that.
Yeah, they're your target audience right there.
Or kids at heart. But I remember younger and you were playing Zelda A Link to the Past.
Uh-huh.
And I would always be on the side reading or playing a puzzle and hear this. Crap, I'm stuck. Hey, Nikki, solve this puzzle for me. Alright. Like every time I try to go back to my block puzzle, I'll be like, bring me the math. Help me this puzzle. It just got to the point now where you play Daniel's puzzle and you're like, I know to expect that you're asking to help you.
Well, I mean, I do try to figure it out because I do like problem solving, but then I get impatient.
But I think the funniest part was watching Luigi play God of War. And he had to get the 2 necklaces for Aphrodite and Hera.
Yeah.
And I knew what puzzle was coming up. I remember you hated it with his fights. But definitely like nostalgia, like watch him play and be like, I remember this puzzle. Oh, I know it's talking about nuts.
That was, and it was crazy because when we were looking up something, it said all these different games that featured Norse, Greek mythology, and it's like really God of War was the only one that we had actually played, and
Right.
that was one of the few games that we knew of that had received praise for the hour and hours of research they probably did for the game and the character.
And design of the game itself. Like, looking it up, there's definitely more games in that franchise, but I feel like the first one in the series was like what they're going for and like slowly downgraded.
Well, I mean, it totally slipped my mind that Kid Icarus was about the Greek myth of, the god Icarus that flew too close to the sun.
He's not a god.
He's not?
No.
Oh, right.
He was a stupid mortal.
But it's a Greek legend.
It is a Greek myth because it's tied to his father that created the maze that held the Minotaur that belonged to King Midas that was slayed by Jason. So it's like all these little minor myths that was nothing to the big one.
Right. Do you know if that's in the game?
With Pet?
Yeah.
No.
That would have been a cool Easter egg.
At least I don't think so. I never played that. And I know in the second God of War you'd actually need interesting those wings.
Yep. And they show it then. Because I think when you're given the wing, he's running away from it.
Well, he falls to his death.
A crisp chicken.
I think that's what I like about the second game is that had a lot of the punishments or minor titans or deities or legends that a lot of people remembered.
Yeah, I wish it would have had more minor deities in it. That's a good way to learn about them. Like a lot of people know the major one of Greek mythology because that's what's used over and over again.
Right.
Maybe if they had used like one or two and then all the rest were minor, that would have been cool.
Well, it wasn't like actual gods. I think the second one it was more of like those that were punished by the gods. The way it was a play on with what happened to Kronos.
Well, okay, I didn't get that parallel, but that's still it's giving the audience information about Greek history that you didn't know before.
Yeah, I mean there was more. I was kind of hoping they would show the one for what is his name? Not Serpentine. Crap, I can't think of it, but his punishment was that he was tied to a tree, and it's where the word tantalizing comes from. He never reached water nor food.
What?
Yeah,
Why not?
because that was his punishment.
Well, that's cruel.
Because if I remember correctly, I'm blanking on the name of him, but back then, when you'd sacrifice to gods, you would grab the best piece of meat and you'd throw it in the fire.
Yeah, an offering.
Right, and he decided to shoot him out of it. So that was his punishment.
I don't know why. People back.
Or like show
The
thing with Arachnia or like stuff like that. Like show more than the ones that we know as punishments.
Right.
So,
I think it's funny that when a game does well, like say like God of War or even Legend of Zelda, and they just keep popping out like sequel or game branching off of that franchise for that fandom, and I feel like the quality is diluted.
oh yeah, I mean the same thing with Dumb and Cry. There is a game that none of the fans will speak of. As it shouldn't have been graded.
Yeah, Capcom pushed it out.
It was a piece of crap.
This franchise is making us money. Let's make more.
Oh man, it made no sense. And that's why to the fans, DMC does not exist, just like Jack 4.
You know what kind of made me think of? Because they were trying to make it live action, like what Disney's doing with the live action film. They took something that people love and tried to like put a new face on it, saying it's something new and different, but it's just like a shitty replica.
That wasn't the problem though. That's the thing though. I didn't mind being live action. The graphics were terrible. It was the fact they got rid of everything you loved about Devil May Cry.
That
They
made no
weren't
sense.
twins. They somehow were trying to work for some government organization, doesn't really explain. They weren't half devils. It's like, what is this crap? Like, not only that, but anything looked like the original ones, and they didn't have really any personalities. It was bad.
Yeah, weren't a lot of them like the same one-dimensional character?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is why at Anime Boston, everyone killed the character for fun.
But see, that's why I kind of don't like Nero as well, because he seems like a very diluted replica of Dante.
Yeah, it's like Dante and Virgil had a baby.
Ew.
Well, he has Virgil's fighting style, but Dante's personality.
And they made him look like Dante. Which is like a really bad choice, like a shortcut.
But when it came to Nero, the fans got her cradle, and that's what they wanted. I'm not saying I agree with what they wanted, but it's what they asked for.
Like, if they had somebody look like Nero and act like V, I'd be cool with it.
Oh, I love V.
Like, go in that direction.
Favorite new addition to Devil May Cry 5.
Like, make it more in that direction, I'd be happy.
Man, that's sad. That because he was Virgil's human side, that he disappeared at the end. I was like, I just have him back.
He could come back.
The only way he could come back if Virgil did his main down where he separated himself.
Yeah.
The strange thing is that they made V when yet in the graphic novel, when they both go human, you have Donnie turn into Tony Runnergrave and Virgil's known as Grieve.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't put out Easter egg there.
Maybe they just thought it. Sorry. Maybe they just thought it didn't fit.
Maybe. I thought it was cool what they had about the Easter egg with the sword stuff. How one separated and one maybe like MS1 with the other side.
Yeah, and how it was the mother or the grandmother girl that joined her party made the gun for Dante.
It was the girl that was working with one. Her grandmother made the guns.
Yeah.
And now when Dante was going around as Tony, he got him dead before she was killed.
His babies.
His ladies. But I agree with that usually like the route it goes is that you have a couple of good ones and then they get greedy and then they just pumped out crap and it's like, oh, it's still part of the franchise, it still counts. I mean, not really surprised that the last few years it's mostly any companies that are coming out with actual good games. So like the Major League ones.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like fans get really happy when like old nostalgia games come back, like if they're remastered for a newer system.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel for me, a good video game has to have good character development and a good storyline. But they got annoyed with the last Kingdom Hearts game because they don't release like core of it and the rest end up being on DLCs. Which, those are annoying. Like you spend, what, 50 for a game and you have to spend an extra 30 or 40 for the rest of it to be downloaded?
Right.
I mean, not everyone can afford that.
I feel like what they were trying to do with Kingdom Hearts 3 is what they would do with the old Final Fantasy game where it was like on multiple discs. But at least when you
Right.
bought the game, all those discs were included.
But the thing was that I watched someone play Kingdom Hearts new one, and nothing's really explained. It's not even as long as the old Kingdom Hearts, like the first couple ones. Like, you really feel like you're ripped off the game.
Maybe they were just rushed to push it out because, I mean, it had been, 10, 12 years in the making?
Yeah. I don't know, it seemed like a letdown when I saw it. And then you see the DLC, and it's like, it still explains some stuff, but
Not
you know, they're
everything.
trying to squeeze out as much money as they can. It's still not the full game.
I don't understand what was the big deal of like continuing the story. Why don't you do something new? I mean, all that time had passed, so what difference would it make?
And the thing is that it's kind of finished, but then you had something that was like from the past. They didn't really explain it, so it's like I wonder if a lot of people like sitting there scratching their heads saying, "What the heck?"
Like, why did you do something new?
Right.
Like, I mean, that's technically what they did when they made all these different games branching off of Kingdom Hearts. So, just keep doing that.
Right. I did like seeing Lee have a fire Keyblade.
Mine. Mine.
I feel like it's been a while since I played a game because it seems like now that video game companies are more focused on like high graphics and the effects, free effects, all that they're not very accessible and they're like really hard to see.
Well, you have to keep in mind too. A lot of people now have a 4K TV, so if the graphics are not high def or high resolution for that, then the graphics look grainy or they look like they didn't really care about making the game.
Yeah, but it's annoying when you're playing a scroll. That's not the word. Yeah, that the text is the same or a lighter contrast to the background. And you're like, all right, I knew I have to read this to play the game, but I don't see anything but a blank screen. Like, how am I supposed to play that?
You're talking about Skyward
Sword and Twilight Princess, yes.
Or Professor Layton.
Both.
Yeah, Professor Layton was hard to see.
Yeah, I bet in their shot, apparently there's a thing you do on the Switch where it will read it to you. So I may look into that.
I want to see if there's an accessibility feature that's kind of like voiceover for the Fire Stick.
Maybe. And I mean, I just showing her last in text. It's pretty much true right now that Autumn hates me.
And Bray said,
Yeah.
"Oh, it doesn't like you. That you don't like it. Okay, never mind."
Cute.
What?
Mm-mm-mm.
What in the butt?
So, what are your favorite games? Since I mentioned mine.
Oh, I was just agreeing with you because all those games are good. But I mentioned Spyro. One that they just remastered was fun until I realized how much more puzzles there were. I just hadn't gotten to them before. Was Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, yeah. That one gave me headaches.
But I like the story and I like the characters, so.
Yeah. I know you're gonna be like, heck no to playing it, but I actually like FNAF. I like watching gameplay for that.
You just want me to scream.
No, just like they had a really good horror storyline to it. And I like the fact that there's such a huge community trying to figure out the story.
Yeah.
And then the newest one, it's like 80s disto type vibe in a giant mall.
Wouldn't it be cool though if like you could get your teacher to read like any text on the screen and you could play like Dragon Age or World of Warcraft?
Oh, that was just a giant tease. There you go. There's a fantasy RPG game. Yay! And the font's size 10. Crap. That's a side stroller. Alright, putting down the controller and walking away.
I'm not playing this game anymore, dang it.
You know we didn't get that far in it.
No.
Or maybe only be like quarter of it.
Probably not even that.
Oh.
There's just like too many side quests that you could do in the game that we didn't even get to.
I did have Paul careers, so like definitely made me feel like you're playing D&D.
That's probably why I wanted to play it so bad.
Yeah. But I like D&D as long as you have a good team that's wanting to work with you. Message Pro, I've been playing what, 4 or 5 years?
Oh, Dragon Thrones? Yeah.
No, not Dragon Thrones. I mean actual D&D that we played at the hotel.
Yeah, I missed that.
Because, like, I know there's online websites for tabletop games, but nothing's accessible. It's like you can play and can't see it, or you try to use your magnifier program and it breaks the program.
You know, I was thinking that since they assume that if you pull up the character sheets on your phone or like a tablet that's shooting, it would be cool if you had somebody that could like if you read Braille and they brailled it out and you were just sitting there like, is it a blank sheet?
Oh yeah.
I'll use the paper with Braille on it.
I don't know. The reason I'm laughing is because me and Rachel talk about that as having our secret codes in game. Was that I just have all Braille and be like, oh, here's your note, guys. Bye.
But how would they read it?
That's the fun prank is that they'd spend most of the event trying to break the code.
That's dope. And then like, what if the code like they finally do break the code and it's like a dirty joke or something?
Oh.
Like, cause the whole game they're thinking like it's a secret like Easter egg or like a secret thing like to get them further in the game, and then they decipher it and it's a dirty joke.
Well, that was cool. Was watching Gamers and Sunday YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And they're doing escape rooms. They're trying to talk about the development escapes rooms and all that.
Mhm.
And he said that there are some escape rooms where there actually is a Braille code in the game.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know. I figured I looked it up and like they would have to probably be accessible down because otherwise, why would you have a Braille code?
Yeah. Letter and technically they mean Braille because the letter are like raised, like engraved, like on bathroom signs.
No, they said it had the set stops and everything. So it's definitely Braille.
I feel like
that's. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like that's something that you want to do because you like puzzle, but at the same time, when we've seen people play escape room, you're like, wow, that's not accessible at all.
Well, it's the fact you're against the clock. You only have like between half an hour or 2 hours of max. And I played escape rooms on the computer, and it definitely takes me a long time to like do it for all the rooms, look for all the clues and all that.
Yeah, but everything's in the dark and everything's Braille.
You know, right?
You get done the program, like, bam.
That's true.
And then you have other people that can read Braille, it's like, your party beat it in 5 minutes.
Well, it was just funny, like, watching them, like, talk about, like, where people go wrong when they do escape rooms and the best way to play them.
Yeah.
And, like, if it's wrong, I don't really do all that, but it shows that's, like, people just aren't experienced, just people, depends on, like, how much intelligence they have.
That's true.
I feel like the hardest part to escape rooms is when people fall for red herrings, and they spend like most of the time trying to figure out a puzzle that did nothing for you.
No, that would be me.
Like, for example, one of the escape rooms was our alchemist's room, and this poor guy spent almost the whole 30 minutes playing with potion ingredients trying to figure it out, and it had nothing to do with it.
I always thought you had to make the potion.
Yeah.
That's not right. That's mean. That would be me.
Well, I mean, he should have realized it wasn't. No, wait, it wasn't Optimus one. It was they were capturing a cabin. It had these spices.
Yeah.
So if you knew your fiend is trying to escape, then you would know that had nothing to do with the puzzle. You know?
I guess.
No, this isn't my mind work. It's like you'd think of puzzles that would fit with the fiend of the room.
And I would be like, oh, potion!
Shiny!
Bright, pretty colors.
Hey, you really like that when we played Russian Clank.
Oh, that's a game I forgot to mention. But see, with that game, I didn't like how sometimes like they incorporated parts of the game of like a shooting game. Otherwise, I would have liked it.
I did. We played Jet 2. Jet 2 is shooting and racing. Lots more you need.
It's scary.
But we already know I'm a speed demon, okay? Which is why one of my favorite memories is made all of boys cry when you went to go kart racing.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, I beat my girl. See the game? She's a blind girl! Her life is ruined!
Yeah. That's another fun activity we could do. Is take a big group of blind people go kart racing.
Like, why is it that guys act like babies when a girl beats them?
Testosterone?
Maybe. Like, I remember when we were doing Stevenson and they had that video game club and they were doing a gaming day.
Yeah.
And they were playing Injustice and they had to rate the game so that way they could win against me. I really doubt a good fighting game. Injustice.
What's that?
Well, because of that, you have to play as combat characters. You have to beat crap out people.
Yeah.
I mean, the storyline needs a little more work, but by the time it came out, it wasn't a bad fighting game. I feel like Injustice 2 wasn't as good as the first one, though.
I still like the concept of having people from comics fight against each other. Like a Battle Royale tournament.
Right.
Whose favorite character will win versus the others?
I remember they had it at Dave & Buster's, and I'd always beat your butt with Nightwing.
Yeah, I like that better laid out because it made you think of like the old school Mortal Kombat or Double Dragon, where you had all these buttons you had to hit to make the combos.
Yep. Then it was fun, and then when you got done, you got a card. And I thought that was one way to like include watching like card game part to the action part.
And you get something for playing it other than usual tickets.
Right. I have to wish Dave & Buster's a little more lit up because we have so many tickets and points to spend. It's like we had a hard time staying there. All right. You want to go with us and play and be your side person.
I love arcades though.
Oh yeah, they're totally fun.
But definitely like a good way to like spend all your money because you just want to keep. It's not even to like get enough tickets to get prizes. You just want to keep playing because it's fun.
Yeah. I feel like the ones we go to would be with Justice, Steve-Ball.
Racing.
Racing.
When they had Mario Kart, that was dope.
Oh yeah.
I got to be Yoshi.
Yoshi!
Wow. How much candy do you have today?
I had one candy bar.
Just a smidge.
I have tea.
I want a candy bar. What kind of candy?
Tic Tac. Oh, I
Speaking
ordered
of-
water and so I got myself something sweet.
Speaking of gaming, what's your go-to gaming snack?
It depends if I'm like in a health nut mood or not. You know?
Yeah, like you don't want to grab like something that has something on it, like Cheetos or Doritos, because then you get that
Something melty.
cheesy crap. Yeah, because you get all over the controller, and that's gross.
Yeah.
But like candy is good.
Well, I had her, we made our own version of trail nuts. That was it too.
Yep.
When we were younger, we'd spend like almost the entire night until morning playing video game trying to beat it. I remember we did that with God of War, Devil May Cry, and Kingdom Hearts. We were like trying to 100% complete all.
Yeah.
Alright,
Sorry, yeah,
Jim.
streetcar racing in the background.
Alright, Jim. Just a little longer. Alright, for him. Just one more boss fight.
Well, sun comes up. Okay, I'll go to bed.
But I remember that we'd only do on the weekend, so it's like we'd like wait the whole week for it with school. And it'd like be a reward. You know?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
So, what's your go-to video game?
I haven't played a video game in a while, but the last time it was Smash Brothers. So any fighting game's good.
Oh, yeah? I feel like my go-to was Devil May Cry 3. That was like one of the few fighting games I'd play on my own. I had my buddy into me. Well, I didn't do that too bad with Castlevania either.
That's a good one. Again, they're games that I like, but were still parts of it that were hard that had like puzzles.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, that's why I like them, because it's like, oh, puzzles and fighting. Until I got my buddy into me, and I'm like, here, Lauren, you take her. Yay! Yeah, it's one time surprised he like Spyro's movie puzzles.
Okay.
There's other dragons in it.
Because I'll probably let you think about that one. Dragons? And you get to set things on fire?
Yeah. It's Lauren, another life.
I wouldn't go that far.
Really? You like naps. You like shiny things. Need I continue?
I'll have to.
I mean, I can if you need me to. I mean, if you don't believe me. Need I go on?
No.
You sure, Taken?
No. I'm good.
So, what are your thoughts about video games being made or based off of movies?
It depends. I mean, I've seen that they can be done right. Doesn't mean that they happen, but it can.
Or the one that's even worse, movies made based off video games.
Ooh. They're gonna make anything up with the character from the game in it and say it's the same thing. Say it's
Yeah. I feel like that's why there's a lot of hope for the FNAF movie because it's made by Scott Kaufman, who made the game.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't mean nothing wrong with the game developers making the movie script. But at the same time, just because you write and made a wrote a game doesn't mean you have enough experience to make a movie. That's like when actors find me directors.
Mm.
And vice versa. You know? I mean, let's face it, there has never really been a good game movie wise. I mean, I made a couple that like are tolerable, but not like this is the best movie in the world.
I wonder why that is. Like, why is that such a problem?
Well, I mean, I can see part of the reason this problem is the fact you're trying to take hours of gameplay and trying to put it into a 2-hour time spot.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's made by people that either never played it, don't know the franchise, or don't really grew up gaming, so they don't really know what it is that people like about it. And the other part of the problem is trying to get I have trouble saying this. The special effects, the green screen.
Yeah.
I never got a word for it, but I'm like kind of really trying hard time saying it.
Green screen?
No, the G.
Graphics?
No. It's vessel terminology for when you use like the motion captures and stuff like that.
Oh, I have no idea.
But like a lot of times they struggle with getting that to look as good or as on point to the video games.
Yeah, I mean the code match. I mean the caption. Yeah, God.
I mean, I feel like Tasmania did a job, but that was turned into an animated series.
What?
Yeah, the one on Netflix.
Hmm.
I mean, well, you haven't seen season 3 yet. I feel like that isn't as good as the first two seasons.
Boo. I need to watch it.
There's really more filler. And I should look past that. I just can't look past this weird audio thing they do.
What's that? Oh.
Like, you know, you're in a cave and you hear echo, and like it sounds really far away and smaller.
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue why I did that in the show. But I know the characters are like standing right next to each other.
I mean, TV shows do that too when there's an explosion. It's like they're trying to animate what it would really sound if you were in that situation. You're like, my ears hurt.
And I would get that, but that's not the situation.
No?
No, that's why I don't get it. Like, a lot of times you're just pretty much standing in a room having a conversation. They do it. I don't know. I feel like that's just my only pet peeve with season 3.
Sure.
I mean, not to actually miss any details, because I don't ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it.
That's nice of you. Look at you trying not to give away game spoilers.
Well, it's not games, it's the show.
Oh, yeah, you know what I meant. Brain.
Brain, overload. Cannot compute.
Brain farts. I think my brain knew it was Saturday.
Today's Friday.
Okay, that's just as bad. if not worse.
Oh, you went through the weekend. I did that.
It's been a long week.
Aww. So I feel like I don't mind first person. I just haven't had a lot of experience playing it. I remember the first time I got used to it was the computer games where you had to do the shootouts. That's a lot of other people playing that too. Yeah, my chess team did not like that day. Hey, look, we have to Nicole character. She doesn't know how to play this. Then 5 minutes later, why did you not put her? Why?
Oh, it just made me think of like games that were like Mirror Edge, where like first person you had to go through the platforming game as first person, and it was just like really jarring.
Yeah. One day for me, I'd be smart. I'd just grab a weapon, go up somewhere high and hide, and just shoot from behind. Stamp them out.
You come up from behind, is that what you said? Is that
Really?
what you said?
Yes, I meant like as a shooter, not as your mind went.
Oh.
Perfect.
Oh
You are too. I still love you.
you said it.
Do you remember we got Mortal Kombat monster in that game?
Fatality.
Well, because at the time, all the reports went out about how video games create killers, which I always thought BS to that. I mean, yes, if you're mentally unstable, there's things you shouldn't do, but I don't think the video games are what create it.
Well, they're trying to say that video games are like a trigger for that have violent tendency, but you're gonna find out other things like violent book, violent music,
Right.
people
They let
being
you learn
jerks to you.
technology. Right, go ahead.
I had where people being jerks to you.
Right. But you learn psychology, it's not created, it's something that you're born with, and just sooner or later it's just triggered. But I don't think video games are the cause of it.
No.
No. I mean, for us, video games were a way to de-stress and escape the world. But it was never something negative.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I just really just saw video games as like a positive outlet for stress or anxiety.
Or,
Jump.
or in my case, a way to challenge yourself. A lot of puzzles and drinkies.
Nerd.
That was a good buying experience. While on the floor who played Mario Kart, we always glowed who won.
Yeah, that's what I liked when we did it when we went to Dave Buster's. We all four playing it. It was like nostalgia.
Yeah.
You missed one.
I did win. Thank you very much.
No. Apparently, Jessica was your competition, so I don't know.
Yeah, I beat her.
I win.
So, the only thing to highlight when we were in Tito was going to that video game museum. When you're in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Take me with you.
Alright. We've been here all day, let's leave. No, we still have a couple more hours. We haven't seen everything.
The museum's closing. Oh.
I have to admit though, that was an awesome day.
I nerded out so hard.
Same. And the fact that Auntie read everything.
But
like every little sign.
But they have games everywhere since like Atari, which is like the very first one, always to like what had been released that year.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's updating now or so. Now they have like Xbox 360 and PS4 and all that. I was going to know they had a system, but then they had a game that was like the best one known for that system.
like the top 100 games of the year.
Right.
Then they had like magazines per game per featured and merchandise and a lot of cool stimulation.
Agreed.
We gotta go back.
Oh, yeah. Just say to bigger people, okay, have fun. The way not expensive to go to. Like the mission.
Yeah.
I feel like they do that at the end when you see the arcade room. It's like, probably money.
Now, find something like that for anime.
I
Which
wish.
in Japan, isn't it?
It is in Japan. It's called Anime Corner.
Here you
That
go,
is
Sam
the
and
one I
Nikki.
want to do.
Here you go, Sam and Nikki. I'll come back in a couple hours. Oh, wait, something for me. Never mind. I'll stay.
Well, it's awesome because, like, now you have people dressed as cosplay, but all the shots are made from, like, different mangas, animes as well. So, like I said, that's why I want to visit.
It'd be cool to see how many, like, you can point out and recognize.
You know, yeah, but they're also opening up Nintendo World in Japan, too, so it's like, alright, we'll do the Anime Corner, and then we'll do here. I mean, I know there are people up here, but it's not open yet.
I really, really hope that in the Nintendo World, like, amusement park that they're making, that they feature all the games that you like. Because when they came out with the, like, the Hibrania, like, the mini that you can, like, plug to your TV and play.
Yeah.
Like, they try to include all of, like, the most popular games, and a lot of games that, like, weren't even in it. So it's like, they think of these games that people want, but a lot of times they're, like, random miscellaneous games that just made a lot of money.
From what the trailers that Matt pulled up, it's only Mario.
Oh, okay. Well, Mario's their mascot, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so no one's died yet, but I don't know, like, if they had to do Nintendo Land and not Mario World is what it is in Japan, I just sound like I'm Zelda and Donkey Kong on them.
Kirby.
Batman.
If there a bar and all the drink her Nintendo games, I would lose my shit.
Oh. Well, it's funny that they showed that for the Mario one, you got a wristband and let you interact with everything that's in the park.
Yeah.
And the guy was just going in town, like, hanging on the blocks.
That'd be me. Bling, 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 bling. Alright, let's go on. Bling, bling, bling.
I don't think that's more cool and it's more touch accessible instead of like those stupid wands we did at one game.
Oh, like it wasn't Bush Card. It was like kind of what was the name of it?
I can't think of it.
But it's something like that. Like
But you have to get your wand in the same contest in Harry Potter World, which is why I probably would not buy one for that reason. Or you have to point with it to activate it.
Yeah.
Where for the Mario World one, it's you have to like wave your wristband in front of a little activator.
Mm-hmm.
But or not, you have to actually touch it and hit it.
Yeah. It definitely makes more sense to do it that way. That way it's more accommodating to everybody.
Right.
I didn't do it.
I think that's more easier than there's a wand, there's a button, but you have to make sure it lines up. I remember Mom tries the wand to work. She got pissed. That she didn't have to work.
She was like beating that thing up.
I know, right?
Hey, $3, honey. You're
Was
gonna work.
it Wizard Quest?
Yes, good job. I was in Ocean City.
Yes. And those wands are like $30 and they sucked when you're done. I'm sorry, I wish you could have gotten a refund for that. They are not accessible.
But she definitely loved D&D, and that's kind of how they sold it. So
that's true.
Like an interactive version of D&D.
And I feel like now that it's a lot harder to see video games, I feel like that's the next type of gaming I moved on to, which is interactive, which is like LARP, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm excited because we're reopening in July. I'm like, yay!
Are you gonna go?
I have to wait and see. I have to talk to people in the program, but I want to go. It's been like a year and a half now since the last one.
You should go.
And I agree, but I didn't know what it is since I leave Thursday and Friday. You know?
But just use that as like your one day, like your excuse absence, and just know that the rest of the month you can't miss a day.
Yeah.
You know I almost did that Thursday, right?
What about?
That I almost did that Thursday. That I was gonna like token my sick day.
Oh, did you?
No, I sucked it up and went, but I was like grumpy Gus all day.
I mean, I'd love to go, but I am a little bit nervous. They decided that this year it's going to be more tabletop heavy than interaction heavy. So I'm a little worried about that.
I mean, you would just have to find a way back to the apartment, but you have mobility, and Penn Station's like 2 blocks away.
Right. I'm saying the thing that worries me is that when it changed to the tabletop line is that don't get me wrong, everyone that does Dragon Friends is really helpful and they help describe what's on the map in my turn. But a lot of times they forget I was playing with them. I think the tabletop part.
Oh, well, you gotta be like an obnoxious player and like give me attention.
Yeah, that's not me. You know that. I'm more like the ninja character.
Just do what you did today. Give yourself lots of candy and then. Hey, Link, listen.
I mean, to be honest though, I didn't miss a genie. By being sneaky.
Right, you just gotta look at it that way.
No, I should play more like you. Got it.
No, don't don't push the envelope there. I didn't see that.
You sure?
Yep.
I just swear it's what you meant.
Sure, go for it. Be bubble. See what people think.
Oh god. Raven being bubbles. World has come to an end.
Yeah, that's what I said. Do it. See what people think.
Well, I do have things something to do because my new character is Necromancer. That belongs to the House of Magic.
Chaos magic. That's fun.
Yeah, I don't agree. That's cute. So one of my abilities is I marry people. And
Yeah.
I had to ask Evan this trust question. I'm like, I totally mess with people. Alright. You are now married to this joke. Because I said so. Enjoy your wedding. I totally did her. Aww.
What?
The hour is up.
That's fast.
I know. You're having so much fun talking about gaming.
Gaming is fun. I need to get back into it.
Agreed.
I know me and you like playing a bunch of card games. You know you're really, really good at it.
No, I laugh because yesterday I played Sophia babysitting her and I slaughtered the poor girl.
No, you're not allowed to play cards. Got it.
We were playing with fish too.
Dang.
8-2.
That's just wrong, Nick. You just let her win? She's a kid.
Dude, when do I let anyone win? That's not me.
That's very true.
I mean, I offered her to play concentration and her face was priceless.
What's the name of the game?
I win. I have a 4, 6, and 8. So beat her up last time. And there's another word, but I'm not to say it.
That's cute.
Thanks.
Turn voiceover on.
Okay, I turned
I was just playing my phone.
You're done. So, are we to continue this, or are we to take a little break? I'm about to it.
I'm just probably gonna. If I can figure it out tomorrow, it might not be the best visual, but I might do a video announcing my tide from YouTube and just come back to it when I'm ready.
No worries, love. Just transport you and help out.
Bloop 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 bloop.
I mean, we can still do this and just me run it.
If you think so.
Yeah. And I think when we do come back and start doing these, that next topic will be about amusement parks. I mean, let's face it, he's not a giant kid at heart.
I mean, it's COVID and a lot of them aren't even open, and I want to go. So you tell me.
So, until next time, enjoy your guys' day.
Good evening, wherever you are in the world, and bye.
We'll see you later. Night, everyone.